Hi everybody, Kathy here. Today it's a little bit windy, so you just have to bear with me. I'm doing a small holding video today, and I just thought it would be good to catch up on the animals and see how they're doing, see what's going on, and sharing with you how they're doing, which will be quite nice, I think. I'm sure that they'll all be happy to say hello, and we'll have a little chat with them and see what's going on. I'm coming up through the bottom of the field. This is one of the ways that we get through. Don't ask me how the animals get through, whichever way they can. They shouldn't get through that barrier because I'm trying to half off the field for worm issues. So this is Pongo. So this was my bottle baby. That was a year ago now, weren't you? Bottle baby. We have Miss Polly here. We have little baby Minnie and Maddie, Madam Butterfly. And then over there we have the matriarch of the herd, she's Angel. So they're all doing very well. Minnie was born last year. This one here, Minnie. And she's quite friendly. As you can see, Pongo's still here. He's chewing on the gimbal wire. So they're all doing very well. We have had a few problems with the white ones. White animals generally have more problems with different things. So both Angel and Polly had mite problems. So that took some getting rid of, but thankfully we're there now. They've been sheared, so they're nice and cool, although they do like to be washed down with some water. So I get the spray out and they get sprayed when it is very warm. Today it's been very showery. I don't know what it's been like up with you, wherever you are, but today it's been very showery. They all get on really well. Minnie is a bit confused because Maddie over here, who I showed you, is actually her mum, but she didn't want to feed her. So I bottle fed Minnie initially, but then thankfully, Angel, hello baby, good girl. But then thankfully, Angel, who had a career of her own, decided that she would allow her to feed as well, although Minnie was quite strong-willed and demanding even then. So that's her. Angel's career was a boy, so he's gone off to stay with a friend of mine because alpacas can breed at any time and I can't have them bred unless I want them bred or unless they want to breed, but I don't want them thinking, yes, I'll breed all the time. So I haven't got enough room here for males and females. Maybe one day, but not at the moment. So I'll show you, if you haven't been here before, or if you have, there are some changes that we've made. One of the changes we've done today to try and make it better if we have another winter like we had last winter. The winter that we've just had, as everybody knows, was incredibly wet. So we don't want another one like that. Sorry if I just move the camera. I just had a horsefly biting me, not so nice. So this is the goats shelters. I only pull these down in cold or wet weather. Today it has been quite windy and wet, so I had pulled those down, but they can be pulled up again. When they're up, even the alpacas will go in there and eat the goats' hay. The goats eat the alpacas eat the goats. It's all great fun here. So that's so I've got two shelters. The boys go in this shelter and the girls go in this shelter in the winter, but in the summer they're left to go wherever they'd like to. Excuse me, I've got to go eating my clothes. Yes, and obviously then within those shelters, I'll show you, they can be separated off. So that if I've got any kids or nannies with kids or whatever, they can be separated off. And for feeding as well, I have to separate it off because otherwise I don't know who's eating what. So they all think that they're getting fed now anyway. So they've all come up to the shelters where they get fed, We have just moved some bits around. Initially, we just had one shelter. This was the initial shelter and it was all open. But at the moment, we're just... This is amazing, actually. This plastic is just tablecloth plastic that we put up there to try and keep the rain out. And that has worked, but it still gets wet in there. So we've had to put some stones on the floor today, just in case we do have another wet winter, because everything just seems to get sopping and they've got nowhere to go to keep dry. So we've put stones on the floor in there. The mats need to be cleaned off a little bit, but that's not the end of the world. I can do that. We're going to screen off this so that then that will keep the rain out. So the rain will be kept out by the plastic at the top and then the screen at the bottom. They then have got a way in here. Now, before, my feeders were kept out here, and I used to get wet when I was organising their feed. So we've now moved their feed in here. So that is in here. And this used to be all the way across, so you couldn't get through here. Over here, I do have feeders for the winter where I put hay. It's not so important in the summer, so I haven't got those in there at the moment. But now we've got this little way through, which I think we're going to get a stable door to go in, so that if I am doing anything, I can shut this area off, so that then I can work with the alpacas. So in here, the alpacas like it lighter, so we've left it all open over this side of the shelter. And we've put these crowd barriers around, which I can move around and do whatever. At the moment, they're permanent, just to make it a little bit easier. So we've got Snow over here. She's my milking goat at the moment. So she is mum to Dottie over here. She was born last March, the end of March last year. And there's her twin brother. And that is Billy. So obviously he was born with her. I'm not sure whether the dog and Dottie are going to play or whether she's going to tell the dog off. The goats definitely are in charge of the dog. And then here, since I'm talking about goats, we've already seen Pongo. This is Pongo's mum. This is Storm. She's the matriarch of the goats. No, Pongo, don't pull that. So she's the matriarch of the goats. Pongo's mum. Pongo's here. Just pulled all the... And he had a twin sister called Rosie. So Storm fed Rosie, but she wouldn't feed Pongo, so that's why Pongo was a bottle baby. Rosie has been sold and she has gone to a really lovely home. And she's got a nice huge area, and I believe she's going to be mated this this autumn, the same as Dottie. Dottie's going to be Dottie over here, who you might notice has got a bit of a ripped ear, and that's because her tag came off. So yeah, so that's my goats, and in here we'll finish off. I got waylaid. So this is my milking station. Gets cleaned off. I would prefer it if it was in a separate area, but at the moment we're just doing what we're doing, and the milk's only for us. I make cheese out of it, I make yogurt, I make ice cream, I make all different cheeses. I've just ordered a cheese book to see what other cheeses I can make, so I'm quite excited about that. We really like the halloumi, that's one of our favourites. The mozzarella is amazing on pizzas. And I've made some hard cheese. Some of it I like, some of it I don't. So I don't know whether I've put too much culture in, not enough, not sure. But anyway, we get a lot from the goats. The Billy goats are wethers, so they have they've been done so that they can't have any babies, because otherwise I couldn't have them with my does. And my husband and I couldn't bear to get rid of them. We were too afraid that they'd be used for curry. So we thought, no, we'll keep them. And Storm here is lovely because she likes to have a cuddle, don't you? Yes. So if I have the stable door put on there, over here, I've got a gate here, so that means this whole area would be shut off, which would be ideal. We've still got stuff here laid around from sorting out that the chippings on the floor in that area. So over here, this is the paddock that they're using at the moment. It did take a long time this year for the grass to come on, and we also fertilised the ground, so that has helped things. This is my old chicken run and chicken coop. The coop we're keeping, the run we're going to keep, but at the moment we're taking the wire off because it's all been broken by the goats, as you can see. So we are taking the wire off, and then, excuse me, and then we will sort out about getting some more chickens. At the moment we've only got one, and wherever she lays her eggs I do not know, because I can't find them. Maybe in the winter it might be a little bit easier to find them, but at the moment wherever she lays it, that I can't find it. And we've got another chicken coop over here where we used to put our younger chicks when I was bringing them through the brooder. So this is a nice one, but my daughter's going on holiday soon, so this will be a little guinea pig run for while she's away on holiday. So that'll be interesting. I have recently had a seagull that flew away today. I found it was a young one, just kept it for a couple of days, fed it up, and today, which was lovely, it flew away. So this is the rest of the paddock up here. This isn't sectioned off. I just need to move these up further, so that then when I allow them in the other side of the field, putting something across so that then they can't get over this side, so that it gives the different sides some time to rest, and for the worms to hopefully die off. The alpacas build a resistance up to worms, but unfortunately the goats don't. So I'm just going to let the goats out. Now they can go out sometimes to browse on the hedging. I have to be careful though, because otherwise they will eat everything of mine. So they can go so far down there, and then I can also take them over to the other side over here and put them so that they can't come and eat all my veg and things, because otherwise that would be very upsetting. So are you coming out then? Shall we go for a little walk down here? Come on, Snow. No, the alpacas can't come out, so I have to put something across so that the goats can get out. But sorry if you're juggling around, just grabbing it. It's just a rake that goes through, which the alpacas don't like, the goats don't care about, but it just keeps them safe. So it's just that going across so that the alpacas won't come out. Here's Billy coming. Come on then, Billy. Come on, Snow. Come on, Dotty. Here they come. And they keep all of the weeds and the vegetation down on the edge. We do mow down here because otherwise it gets far too wet. Come on then. I know. Come on. So there they are, doing what they do, browsing and keeping everything back. Now I do have lots of foxgloves, and initially I used to get really worried about them eating them, but they know not to. So that is amazing. They learned from their mums, but Pongo didn't. So, well, not so well. So when I saw him grabbing a bit, I think it tasted horrible anyway, but I told him off and he spat it out, and then I kept an eye on him and he didn't eat any more after that. So I think that the taste of it must have been enough to have put him off. So, but as you can see, Pongo loves it. He gets right up there and in the hedge if he can. So I have to be careful that I don't have any disappearing goats. So we'll just walk back up here and I'll show you why I don't want any goats coming down this way. Just got to put the gate back at the same time so that that doesn't go anywhere. Now they can jump up on top of this compost bin, but they often don't, thankfully. And I have recently filled it up even more. So I do have some plants here. So I've got some mint there. I can't remember what this one's called. I can't remember, but I know it's good for butterflies when it flowers, and I've got some flowers here. I bought this one from the farmer shop. So outside they had some plants. So I bought it from there, and it's doing brilliantly. So I'm really pleased with that one. Down here, ignore the mess. I am trying to get a bit tidier, but it's hard. So here I have got some squash, which I've already put some in. I've put one in the compost bin. I should have shown you that. Never mind. And I've got some sunflowers here. Now I've got quite a few in together. Now what's going to happen is that they're going to go in like that, because last year I put them in singularly and I had problems with them falling over. So I'm hoping this year that if I put them all in together, put a pole in the middle, put something around them all and the pole, that they should all survive. We shall see. Maybe only one will survive. I don't know. And my little hanging basket there, that's cute. Quite like that one. So I do have an olive tree here. In here is where my garlic are all in, drying nicely. So that's all going to be lovely for the winter. I've got elephant garlic and normal garlic. So, I've just seen Pongo. I'll just show you because you'll understand the problems that I have. Because he's a bottle goat, he's a naughty goat. So this is what we have, look. So he's got on the compost bin and eating the tree from there. So that is what they're meant to do, browse, but yeah, he gets where water can't, I think. Right, let's go back to where we were. Sorry if I'm making you feel sick. I'm just trying to make it as succinct as possible. So as we walk down here, I've put my very, oh dear, I hope it comes on, sweet corn. Now, I have put some chicken manure in here, and I'm hoping that it'll go through and put the nitrogen in very quickly. So this one is called Early King. I'm hoping that it will green up. That did happen to my garlic, and I put the chicken manure in and it worked brilliantly. So I'm hoping it'll work. I've always also put a squash in here. Now, listening to Monty the other day, he said 1 squash per 1 square metre, even if it's in with the corn. So that's what I've done. That's one there. That's an empty one. I need to fill that one up because I've got to empty one of my compost bins so that I've got another one to fill. My problem is that I have toads, a toad living in my compost bin, and I feel a bit bad kicking him out. But I think I'm going to have to be able to get the compost out. But maybe I'll put him in the other one. The problem is that the other ones are warm, so that won't be any good for him. But I have got a little area where I've got some water, and so hopefully he'll be fine down there. This is my other one. This is my other sweet corn Swift. Now, this is already looking a bit better colour, so I'm hoping that that one will come on better. I do have over here some cauliflowers, but I don't think I've got any cauliflowers in there at the moment. I'm not going to open it up because I haven't got my tripod, and I'll probably end up messing it all up. So I'll leave that as is. My raspberries are there. I am getting some if I can beat the birds to them. The birds are quite prolific in eating those this year. So there's another olive tree. I've got some rubbish here that's got to be put away. This is my apple tree with no apples on. red currant and black currant, along with, well, here we've got a blackberry vine, and here it looks like we have raspberry canes. Oh well, I'll have to cut all of those out in a minute. That is a blueberry. I've got 3 of that type and I've got 1 of another type. This bed, please ignore. I do need to sort that out very soon. I have cut all of the vegetation down at the back. There was a lot there, and I am mulching, so I'm trying to keep it down a little bit. What I've decided though, and in future, as and when I have a new garden or what have you, I will be making sure that the lawnmower can get through, the ride-on lawnmower can get through, and everywhere will be grass, because it just makes it so much easier. I've tried putting bark down and then putting it on the beds, letting it compost, but it's just ridiculous. You just can't do it. So, yeah, anyway, that's that. That's for a learning process. So here I had veg in here, which has just come out. I need to put some more beetroot in here. That was a sacrificial cauliflower, so I'm not too worried that that's not looking very good. This one needs filling up and sorting out. This was my hotbed last year, but I haven't really got round to using it this year. I've got my lovely Acer there. I have got a cherry tree there, which had loads of cherries on, and loads of flowers, but then no cherries. This one here is a very new apple tree, but I do have an apple here and I do have an apple down here. So let's hope that they stay on. I've got new growth on my Acer, so that's good. So, but I just need to get rid of the stinging nettles from behind. Need gloves for that job. Here I've got Welsh walking onions, so I'll take some of the tops of that at different times along with my chives. I love my chives. These need to come up really. These are meant to be spinach, but I grow them more for the animals. We do have them in our salads and things. That is another cauliflower, which was meant to be sacrificial, but it seems to be getting on okay. That's my thornless blackberry. Much kinder to the hands than the normal ones. Here are my beetroot, along with another sacrificial one, which has been munched a little bit, but it's still doing okay. I'm just seeing if I can see if there is a collie in there yet. Nope. And beetroot here. In these beds I've got beetroot, and these are the new runners of my strawberries from the bed that I'll show you in a minute. Ooh. Now this is the problem I have with some of them. Some of them are bird issues, but in here it's baby slugs. That they're all in there, look, blimmin' things. So I'll throw it over there and hopefully the birds will eat the slugs and the... Now, I've got one there, so I'm going to take that one off because that one hopefully will be okay. And I'll leave that one to ripen off. I'll have to have a little look through there and see if there are any more. Now, those baby ones have come from here, and I need to sort this one out this year. So all of these will come out. The new runners, which you can see are down here, I will take off and then put in another bed. So maybe the one that I used as a hotbed last year, I might put them in there, and then at least it will be used for something if I haven't got time to use it for something else. Chives, I've taken loads of these and dried because we love chives. Down here are all turnips. I use the tops for the animals and the turnips for the animals, and as you can see, they are snowball turnips. More beetroot. I don't know whether any of these are ready yet. Oh, I've got some. Oh, I've got a spinach there as well. I've got oh, I don't know whether I can zoom you in to see that. Yes, it's doing it. The camera's doing it. So you should be able to see that one there. So I do have some coming, so that's good. This dahlia has gone mad. So in this bed, it was tiny and it's gone absolutely mad. So I need to move that out after it's flowered, put it into the polytunnel for the winter, and then bring it out in a pot next year, so that then if and when we do move, we can take it with us. I've got calendula in the polytunnel. My polytunnel was a cheap and cheerful one, and I've loved it. I don't think it's going to last much longer. It's got quite a few holes in it, but it has done its purpose. Now over here, I did put salt down here to try, because I can't get in there to sort the weeds out. So I've tried getting them from the other side, but they're not over there. So how do I do that? So that's not working very well. Here I've got a tomato. So this one has got fruit on it, as you can see. So we've got tomatoes coming. Now it did have a side shoot come off, which I have allowed to carry on because the top broke off, or I broke it off, I can't remember. So I've let that one come on so that then that one can continue to grow. I've got a banana plant, which is really happy. So I've just left it in the pot, put it in there. I thought it had died in the winter, but actually it's come on, so that's brilliant. Tomato plant up here, that's a Tom Thumb. That one's doing really well. That one does need an awful lot of water though. So I have to water that one every day. I think because it's in the hanging basket, that is what causes the problem. But anyway, it's doing okay. This one here doesn't look very happy at all. But it's got loads of flowers on it, so we'll leave it and see. This one was an offshoot, and that one's already got fruit on it. So I'm really pleased with that. So that one's quite an early one. My basil is coming on now that it's grown enough so that the animals can't eat it. This one here was doing well, but now it looks like it's got something else eating it. So I don't know. But the leaves have gone like that within about 24 hours. So there must be something. And I don't think it's a slug. I think it's something else. So you can get a beetle on these. So it could be that. I'm going to have to do a bit of investigation because there are flowers on there. Which obviously will bring me fruit, but not very well if something else is killing it at the same time. A couple of lettuces there, a couple of bits there, and lemon verbena there. So that's more or less it. Just a few bits to tidy up. I have, like I say, if I did my time again, hello Dixie, good girl. If I did my time again, oh, snow's back in the field, I would definitely make sure that I could go around with the lawnmower, because people had said on YouTube and things, oh yeah, bark's fine. No, it's not. Don't do bark. It's just such a lot of hard work. Do grass and mow it. So much easier. So I've got a fruit tree here. This one hasn't got any fruit this year, but I did cut it back last year. This one here is prolific in fruit. So I'm looking forward to trying those. That one looks a little bit weird. Is it okay? No, it seems okay. So that one's got quite a lot of fruit on it. And I've taken cuttings of my lavender. So I've got quite a few new lavender plants now that I can share with friends and family and put in myself. I've got a weeping willow there that was given as a leaving gift from my school, which I love and is doing very well. I've also got another fruit tree here. Now I can't remember whether this one is an apple or a pear. I can't remember. I've already been round and done some trimming on those. This is my rhubarb. Really, I shouldn't take any more, but there's a couple there that I might take. Yes, I might do, just to have a little bit of rhubarb, or maybe just one, just to have a little bit, just to finish the season off. That one took a while to get going this year, a bit like everything else. So I think my lavender's a little bit dry in there, but it does like it dry. So that's about it for this week. I think it'll be a week anyway, ish. So that's the small holding and the vegetables as well. We've got someone following us, so Pongo's following us. Now, all of this is here because Pongo had decided that he was going to go between the agricultural netting and the wire above. So we then had to put this on. Then he was putting his feet up here. So then we've had to put the other wire on top. So like I say, he is a bit of an escape artist. All the animals are happy. It's nice to see that the grass has grown. I know that there's a lot of clover in there, but they like the clover, they like the grass. They're quite happy to have all of that. Now I've just felt a little bit of a spot of rain. I don't know if you can see that dark cloud up there, but it looks like it's going to start raining. I don't like it, and neither does my dog. So she's come over to me to say, oh, see, she thinks all the goats are going as well. They know it's going to rain. So I'm going to get off. I'll see you again soon. Take care. And the next one should be one for planting my sunflowers. Thanks then. Bye-bye. Take care, everybody.